How's it going, everybody? If you would for me, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm definitely going to be posting these videos as usual. Um, if you watch my live streams on Facebook, I meant to do that earlier. Just the past, and I meant to do it yesterday. Just being between today and honestly the past couple of days. I've just been helping the family get ready for Thanksgiving for next week. So we've been trying to get like our Thanksgiving shopping in a little early, like a week early. So if you're ever wondering what's going on with the Facebook lives, I know I was posting the event things, but that's what's going on with the lives. Um, I'll try to get um, that up tomorrow. I know I work tomorrow, uh, but we'll see what happens there. I'll try to see if I can get one up at least tomorrow. To try to make up for the last 2 days I didn't put anything up because I was going to try to do one today and yesterday, and then Thanksgiving is right around the corner, so we're just kind of getting ready for the holidays. So that's what's going on with that. Again, if you're a writer watching this review, if not, then I guess I want to get into the review. And the review, the movie I'm talking about is the new Frankenstein film, directed by Guillermo del Toro. Stars uh I can't remember the guy's name who plays Frankenstein's monster. Uh, so it's him. It's uh, Isaac Jake, or I'm sorry, Oscar Isaacs. Jesus, how did I not remember that name? I know Oscar Isaacs. I don't know him personally, but I know that name. So you have Oscar Isaacs who plays Victor Frankenstein. You have Mia Goth who's in here also. Uh, you have Christoph Waltz, uh, and he basically this movie is starts off uh with some action, and it has like, so for a while what is this movie is in, because the movie takes place, I want to say it's in Spain. It's like 1800 Spain, and basically uh this is so I will say with this one right now, and I'm just going to come out the gate and say it. This isn't a movie that completely follows the book, and I sort of noticed it because I actually read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So this movie is based on that, but it doesn't really follow the book as closely. So basically, you have Victor Frankenstein played by Oscar Isaacs. He kind of he's so at the beginning you see he's kind of running away from this the monster that he created. If you guys know the story, Victor Frankenstein created a monster to prove to people that he could recreate life, whereas people tell him uh the consequences, they're trying to warn him, like, you're playing with forces you don't understand. And of course, Victor Frankenstein, he's egotistical. He doesn't want to listen to anybody. He wants to do what he wants to do. So he goes ahead and he sort of goes before this council in the movie. And the thing I actually liked about the movie, well, when it started out, what told me, I'll say this: when it started out, what told me the movie didn't follow the book was the way this opened up. Um, it's a bunch of it opens up with a bunch of a bunch of sailors. They're stringing it. I want to say the Antarctic. That's what it looked like, the Antarctic, and their boat is stuck. They're stringing it, and next thing you know, you see the creature just pop out of nowhere, and he just starts manhandling all these guys like at the very beginning, and he's like getting shot and flying, jumping and beating up guys everywhere, and I'm like, whoa, this isn't in the book. I'm like, what is going on here? Um, and as you watch it, because you're thinking like, am I watching like a superhero movie or something? Like, what's happening? But the further you watch the movie, um, it's is Guillermo del Toro's like his version of Frankenstein. That's what I actually liked about the movie. Um, He basically took a classic story and he made his own. And then Guillermo del Toro, he's always doing like those creature movies. He's always doing some with a creature in it. Whether it's this Shape of Water, Hellboy, he always does like these weird movies with creatures that are people. And so so Frankenstein is up his alley. And the thing I like how the creature looked too. Because the creature's supposed to look like that, right? He's made from like, and they actually show you like they're really graphic with this. And Guillermo del Toro, even like he was with Pan's Labyrinth, he's just a really graphic director because he kind of shows you how the creature how he gets like all his body parts from like different dead people. And you'll see the scene how I won't tell you exactly how he does it, but there's a scene. It's a montage where it shows him actually going over and getting like different body parts and actually putting the creature together. And even like the part where it shows Christoph Waltz coming in and that seeing Victor Frankenstein put all this stuff together because he's basically Christoph Waltz in the movie basically plays like kind of like his mentor, I guess. He's like Victor Frankenstein's mentor, and and he starts to see like how he's becoming obsessed and things like that with this creation. And the one thing I liked about this movie is it had a really good message to it. I usually like message movies, especially movies where um, it starts to show flaws in your character, especially Victor Frankenstein. If you know the story of Victor Frankenstein, uh, it sorts to give you his flaws. Basically, he's not a perfect character. And in some cases, you'll look at him, and be like, man, he's kind of an unlikable asshole in this movie. And it gets worse. Like this movie does not paint him as a good guy at all. I will tell you that right now because at least like even in like the other iterations of Frankenstein, not just the Mary Shelley's novel. If you actually watch like which I do like, I like the Mary Shelley classic. It's a really good novel if you haven't read it. Um, but like even stuff like the I don't know if you guys remember the TV show from the 90s or was it TV show? I think it was like a movie TV. It was like a TV movie. It wasn't a TV show. It was like it was a TV movie. Frankenstein. And even in some way it painted Frankenstein as sort of like the good guy, like he was trying to do good in creating life, and it painted the monster as the monster. Whereas in this, I think you have more of a contrast, right? You have people who look at the monster as the monster when he's the most human character on the inside, whereas Victor Frankenstein is the more human person on the outside, but he's really a monster on the inside. Um, and I like Mia Goth in this. Mia Goth is just amazing in anything. Christoph Waltz is amazing in this too. I'm just convinced at this point you could um you can throw Christoph Waltz in a cheap Tubi movie and he'll turn that to Oscar gold. Like that's how good Christoph Waltz is. And y'all know how bad them Tubi movies are. Let's be real. We know how bad them Tubi movies are. But you throw Christoph Waltz in there, that's gonna turn to gold. He'll probably never do it because of how low budget those movies are. But I'm just saying. But yeah, but Mia Goth, I think she's amazing in this, and like Mia Goth, she's good in anything. Uh, she basically plays like I can't remember her character's name, but she basically plays like I think she's like this childhood friend of Victor Frankenstein. Or no, she's like an acquaintance. She's not really like a childhood friend. She's more like an acquaintance, really. And what ends up happening is he basically tells them about like how he found like life and stuff like that, um and how he does his experiments and everything. And this actually does turn into a tragedy. just like the original Victor Frankenstein. It's just it's just again Guillermo del Toro. He did this movie in a way to sort of differentiate in some ways from the source material, because like I said, when I saw this movie, I didn't even understand. I was like, I don't even remember a lot of this in the book, but I still think he took a really good direction with it, and I think he still gave you a really compare and contrast to both the characters Victor Frankenstein and his creation, his creature, because in a way his creature is sympathetic, but in nature he's destructive. And Victor Frankenstein, he's not only egotistical, but his ego causes him to be a destructive person. Um, because yeah, like I said, he's not painted as a good character at all in here, and I think that's why I like this a lot. It's just a really well done job. I think this movie actually flopped in theater. That's why it's on streaming. I saw it on Netflix. It's available on Netflix right now. That's where I saw it. But yeah, this is one of my favorite movies of the year. Seriously, this is up there. So this, I mean, the score is good. It's unsettling in parts. The movie, I'm not gonna lie, it's got some really disturbing, like gruesome moments in it. Um, and this is with him, sort of putting it to like the way he puts like the corpses together and stuff like that. Like if you, um, like Poor Things was more weird and surreal version of Frankenstein, but this is like a more graphic, sort of like visceral version to that. So like this and Poor Things in their own right, they're both Frankenstein tales, right? Um, but like I said, if it in a weird way to say it, but Poor Things is still a more whimsical approach, if that's the word, whimsical. Whereas Frankenstein is just like I said, is more graphic, it's more visceral, but it is tragic at the same time. This is like a Shakespearean sort of tragic story, if that makes sense. Um, and you start feeling sorry for people towards the end. So I think this movie definitely works. I really do like this a lot. I didn't think I had too many complaints about it. It is a long movie. I think it's almost 2.5 hours. So it's a decent length. It's not like super long. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a high recommend. Um, yeah. So Frankenstein 2025. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. High recommend. So yeah, definitely check it out. Like I said, it's on Netflix. If you have a Netflix account, definitely watch it. And I'll see you next video. Peace.